All right. They call this a cold open. Ryan, Zunaid, hello.
What is up?
What's up?
What's going on? Happy November.
Happy
November.
election day. If you are in a state or a city that has an election today.
Threw me off when I looked at my calendar and I said, "What all do I have to do today?" And I had election day. I'm like, Trump. I mean,
What?
Is it over? Like, it's already been 4 years. Where have I been sleeping? I don't know what's happening. Anyway.
Yeah. Election day is an exciting day. No elections for us here that I'm aware of in Michigan. So I'm going to sleep through this one.
None for me either, as far as I'm aware.
None for you. Only election you have to vote on is like, do you want Portillo's or do you want like something else for lunch?
I don't vote on that though. I just make the rules. I do what I want.
Okay. All right. We got some trades to make, so let's start this thing. How do I start this?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
All right, it is 9:05 on a Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. What is on our radar for the day? Zunaid, we'll start with you.
For me, it's I'm trying to see what Apple's going to do and see if it's going to try to break out. Yep, there we go. See if Apple's going to try to break out over 150 again or not, right? Keeping it very, very simple. After earnings, they had a little bit of a dip, so I'm looking for them to kind of come back. So looking to see what Apple does. AMD, I got a chance to trade this yesterday. AMD's over 120. Let's see if it tries to go to the highs of what I believe is 128. Yep, there it is, 128. So AMD for me over 125 is going to be a possible long. AFRM, I'm looking to see if it bounces off of the 150 or not. If it does, end up retesting it. And of course, Tesla, keeping an eye on Tesla and see what it does, because to me, it already kind of gapped down there. I was going to say, if it breaks that 1200, I want to be short on it and try to wait for that $1,100. But let's see what happens. Maybe it tries to go ahead and retest it, and then it fails. But those are the three main stocks that I'm looking at this time.
Okay. Mr. Faloona, what are you looking at this time?
Well, so what I'm going to be looking at is a little bit more broad. I'm going to be looking at the S&P 500. I want to see how we trade. We seem to be out of the 2 months where you're going to get some volatility. We actually had a discussion about this on the Happy Hour show last night that I wanted to really quickly revisit here. These purple areas are going to be your September and October months. And as you can see, last year when we had this, we actually ended lower. It was quite volatile. We didn't really get anywhere. And then as soon as it ended, we just resumed the melt up, if you will. And so if you fast forward to this year, this is, again is going to be your September and October. And although we finished a little higher than we started, there was still some volatility in there. So I want to see what's next here. Do we end up getting the sell-off that we kind of think that we need, or do we end up trading up into the holiday season here? I'm going to watch that. Some of the big names that Zunaid just mentioned, Apple, obviously I'm going to watch. Amazon down from its highs. I want to watch that as well. I'm also really interested in Square. I want to see how some of the different payment processors do. And then as a more general thing, I want to watch the IWM here. We're basically in our year-long channel, and we look to test the top of this. So if we break out of this, I think that this could actually lead to some more speculative trading in some of these smaller cap names. That's actually very, very exciting for me. So I want to see if we can actually break out of this channel here and hold that. As far as individual names, one of the names that I'm waiting for is actually a small cap. INOD, this recently has broken out here. I'm actually long calls for this print that's going to be on Thursday. So this real quick, this is a data company. Their biggest client is Facebook. They're some of the ones that are used in kind of controlling some of the garbage you see online. So really interesting company here. Those would be the three things that I'm watching this morning.
I'm so glad you mentioned the IWM, man. I was watching like a hawk yesterday. I'll watch it like a hawk again today because I am with you 110%. If that thing can break out here to 235, 236 today, then like hold on tight because we could be seeing, because that's been the missing piece of the puzzle. We had the SPY breakout. The Qs are more or less doing the same thing. We haven't quite gotten to all-time highs in the Qs. Oh, yes, we did. I stand corrected. Yes, we did. We made a new all-time high yesterday in the Qs. So, yeah, the Qs and the SPY have broken out. The IWM has been your laggard, and it's been stuck at the ceiling now for a while. And if we can break through, then I just think that, that could be the last thing if you thought this was euphoric, I think that could take Euphoria to a next level. So watching the IWM, I'm interested here. I'm looking to set up a trade for myself, potentially like a longer term swing trade in Palantir. I'm not sold on it yet. I'm trying to figure out where my entry and exit would be right now, actually. So that's what I've got on my radar. I kind of think, here, let me pull up my chart. You can see what I'm looking at. Maybe
I pulled it up for you, but
thank you. Okay, maybe Palantir here, and maybe I could give myself like $2 or $3, which is a lot of room to give, frankly. But you see a series of lows at the high 23 area, around somewhere a little bit around 24. Or I maybe just say, hey, buy it now, stop myself out at the 50-day, which is what, 25.50 to 25.52, so like a buck away. I feel like I could get talked into a Palantir long here.
I actually don't think this is a bad spot for a long here. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the things that I would like to do is I'd like to wait for some type of trigger. So I'd mostly use volume. It's possible that we snap some of these recent highs that we've seen here. One of the things I did while you were quickly mentioning that is I just drew a basic trend line here. We definitely seem to be in an uptrend, right? Higher lows over the past several months, going all the way back to May. Stock's going to move around a bit. It's obviously got a great following, great backing. So not a bad idea here for a swing long. I think that if we clear out the supply area right around 30, you might be able to trade up to the mid 30s pretty easily.
Yeah, I hear what you've said. Who in the chat, Michael, around the massive resistance at 28. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're not wrong about that for sure. What is my catalyst? Someone's asking. My catalyst is I don't have one. Okay, I don't have a catalyst. I know they report a week from today. That's not why. I know this is such a loved stock, and it's been. I just feel like stocks like this that are loved eventually have their day in the sun. This one really hasn't had its day in the sun yet, right?
I mean, its initial run was pretty crazy.
Sure. Okay.
In
January.
10s?
Yeah, in January, 9 months ago.
10s to 40.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I just feel like people talk about this stock all the time on social. I see it among the trending tickers every day. And as long as I have a level to lean on, then I'm cool with it, frankly. And so I hear the arguments against it. No real catalyst. That's not great. Resistance at 28. That's not great. But hey, I'm thinking about it. What can I say? I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, one of those things about resistance is that if you snap that can be a catalyst of itself, just by itself.
Yeah, a technical catalyst for sure.
And Robert says he finally sold his, so that it should go higher now. So, all right, there's my catalyst. Thank you, Robert.
The people appreciate your sacrifice.
Take one for the team. I appreciate that.
I wasn't ignoring you. I was just staying on task. What's going on, Jeff? And Berlin. And Trent. And Mike. See, if I had to say hello to everyone, we'd be here all day.
ON. I'm taking a look at two tickers I forgot to mention. ON on semiconductors. Looking for it. I got in some calls yesterday because they had some call activity and things like that. Looks like they had earnings, so a nice power gap up. But if it kind of dips down, I will go long over 55. I believe I have the 53 calls that expired this week. So we'll look at some new ones, especially if options come in. Another one that I might swing some calls to is Ford. And the reason being is because you have that Rivian, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it correct. They have an IPO that's coming up next week. Amazon has some stake in it. Ford has some stake in it. There's news that CNBC reported about how Amazon's looking to buy more shares at the IPO. So I believe that hype is going to continue to go up and people are going to realize, hey, Ford is one of the companies invested in it, which obviously benefits them. So I might be looking to see if there's a dip in Ford or looking to get some swings in Ford stock.
Ford is going straight parabolic for Ford. I mean, if you zoom out on that and you go look at like a weekly or a monthly, this thing doesn't move. And we've basically gone from 15 to 18 this morning, and within the span of a couple months, which is a lot for Ford.
Yeah.
So, does he have a catalyst? Yes, check.
Yeah.
Does he have a chart going in the right direction? Yes, check. Is he looking to chase? No, check. Right? He's looking to buy it on the dip.
Yep.
So I'm about this one, Zunaid.
Yeah. I think we see 20, no question about it. And there's Chris in the chat helping us out with the exact numbers. Yeah, I think we see 20. I would be very surprised. Of course, market participating, but I think we see 20. Anything else you got?
Zunaid, to that, if we see 20, that means you took out the high at 1897, which was put in January of 2011.
Yep.
So if we break that, definitely swing long opportunity on a 20 breakout for sure.
Yeah, no question about it. But yeah, that's pretty much all the things that I'll be taking a look at today, and possibly a swing. I don't like to swing as much, but I feel like this is just one where it's going to gap up $1 or so, and I'm just going to be on the sidelines. So,
is that like a price alert?
Yeah.
That's his backup alarm, just to make sure he gets up in the morning.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
that's actually
9:15.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen. Look.
9:15 in the morning.
Hey man,
That's only 8:15 where I'm at, Spence.
True. All right, that's true. All right, fair enough. But he's on the East Coast. Whatever. All right, let's see. What else didn't we hit on this morning? What other big movers were on my list here? I'm in the movers tool in Pro. Always fun to keep it on the screen. I always keep it on the screen at all times, just to know.
What do you think of Munster's comment on Tesla splitting next year?
It wasn't just Mr. Munster. It was also Mr. Gordon Johnson. And I will say, actually, I just found this out moments ago. Gordon Johnson will be coming back on our channel.
Oh, wow.
He will be on Benzinga Live today at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We haven't spoken to Gordon in a little while prior to yesterday. So.
Wait. I'm sorry. Can someone hold on? This is insane.
What?
Hang on one sec.
He's doing
never mind. Yeah, my bad. I was looking at the wrong thing. Can we pull up the chart of OLB?
OLB, yeah. Why does that ring? Why does that ring a bell? Why does that ring a bell?
That rings a bell because this is the benefit of being a Benzinga Pro user. Because we just broke news on it.
Whoa!
And it has just gone parabolic.
Whoa! Okay, here's what let's bring up.
I've got to take a screenshot for Zoltan, so I will be right back.
Okay, we just posted this headline. You can see it here: 9/15/04. OLB announces support for MasterCard cryptocurrency processing. So looks like merchants using their Omnisoft platform and Secure Pay can activate MasterCard cryptocurrency transactions. Let's go to the chart here. Whoa, I'm way zoomed in. Let's zoom way out and let's go to the OLB. Go to the 1 minute. Boom! Look at that. Oh boy.
And I was just gonna say that 780 looked to be resistance, but it just plowed right through that. It didn't even wait.
This is what we talk about all the time. Like the Benzinga Pro subscription just paid for itself in basically 10 seconds.
That's just insane.
In 10 seconds.
What is it? Because I'm like looking at I'm trying to work with Sultan here. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Holy Saul, you're welcome. Michael, you're welcome. Michael bought it off the squawk.
Oh man,
look,
sick eye off the squawk.
I will say this,
squawk.
and that's the whole.
That's monster.
Yeah, and look, I'm gonna, I don't think we're touting whatever it is our network, but look. This is the exact benefit of Benzinga Pro. Like, you obviously get the scanner, you obviously get all the other tools, but like exclusive breaking news like this, this is just monstrous. What was it at before? I didn't get a chance.
I'm seeing Jay got in at 450.
Oh my god.
450 he's saying that is just insane.
Jay got in before the news hit.
How'd you get in?
What was the the opening print on this let's go to 1 minute. The opening print on this candle, it was.
Well, let's see if we can trade this. Does this have room to 10? Maybe. Let's see.
Your next resistance spot here. It looks to be. Let me see. Let me get the top of this candle here. High of this candle is going to be 880. This was put in on March 2nd of 2021.
Let's see if we can find the float on this.
It's low. It's low. It's
Okay.
4.7 million shares.
But look, here's what's going to end up happening. Here's
Yeah.
what's going to end up happening, in my opinion. Okay, now I'm
Yeah.
going to have to find a way to trade this. I believe I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the FinTwit world went ahead and okay, that's a good point, Jay. I wouldn't be surprised if the FinTwit world starts going after this. Maybe if it pulls back to, like, let's say 5. For me, I want to buy the dip near 5 just because that's what I'm comfortable with at the moment. But I will go ahead and take a look at the chart once things settle down.
Wow. This is pretty wild.
But I wouldn't be surprised if this hit $10 today.
Okay. On the contrary, every single person, every single bag holder, except for the poor souls that bought this thing on February 10th, February 11th, every single person who was down and holding and not selling their loser just got their money back here in the last 4 minutes. And I would hope are selling into this. I like Jay's point that OLB has shown a tendency to give back its gains. If you look at the previous volume spike, which is from October 19th, it gave back those gains the very next day. This is definitely this is a trade. This is a trade. This is a day trade.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about the fundamentals.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I just heard the squawk is just impressive.
All right. See, Mark M says it's a Bitcoin mining play. Well, obviously it's involved in crypto.
But anyway,
so man, nice one.
We've got quite a few tickers.
News desk.
Pay attention
nice
to.
job.
Yeah, no kidding. And real quick, guys, I just want to mention something else that I just saw here in my news feed. Take a look at ticker GMBL. All right. This is esports entertainment, GMBL. If you look at the pre-market here, we're sitting right up on that 650 level. I actually just noticed this. Roth Capital initiated coverage on esports, buy rating, price target of 22. This is out 10 minutes ago. 11 minutes ago now. So this is actually an esports stock that I like for the long term. I'm not in it. I don't have a position yet. I think it might get wild today with this upgrade. We'll see. I'd actually, instead of waiting for this to try, I'd either wait for a breakout of one of these highs or I'd wait for a pullback to some type of support area. Definitely going to be watching GMBL today, though.
Nice call out. Nice call out. Hey, it's 9:21. We got 9 minutes until the open. Mitch should be hopping in a couple minutes here as well.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, that guy, right?
I thought he was still at F1.
No, he's back. Let's go back to my movers tool. Okay, so we called. You know what I got to start doing is writing all this stuff down. So Ryan called out Gamble. That's one. Hold on, let me do this. Gamble, OLB, just stocks that we talked about that I want to have an eye on. I want to Palantir. As Zunaid said, AMD, right? That's what you said.
Yeah. So my biggest trades will be on Ford.
Right. On Ford.
AMD.
That's right. All right. Let's check with the chat and see what they're watching. Watching Lucid, watching Hut, watching Backed. Is it Backed or Backed? Does anyone know?
BKKT.
Is it BKKT?
Yeah. How do you pronounce it?
I pronounce it BKKT.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been pronouncing it BKKT. I would go with Bacht. Just from looking at it.
Hey, Brian's in the chat saying
Boom.
OLB. There you go. Honestly. And look, you get 2 weeks to test it out, and you don't have to pay a dime. You don't even have to take Spencer's credit card and put it in because you don't need a credit card. I like to say this a lot, but even if you get locked up in jail, you're not going to be charged. You'll be fine.
Why do you like to say that a lot?
Because it's one of those things where it drives.
You talk to you that get locked up in jail for 2 weeks, and they, how many phone calls have you been on? Like, sorry, I missed the payment, man. I was locked up.
That's a Ryan question, all right. But look, I'm just saying it kind of drives home the point to where you don't need to worry about your finances, at least on the Benzinga Pro side, if you have a trial. That's all I'm saying.
Other ways to say that without bringing up jail, but I'm just saying. That's just me.
Give me one. Give me one that kind of drives home the point.
Here we go. If you are just having so much fun using Pro and you forget about your trial subscription, don't worry. It's not going to hurt you because it's just going to expire.
The only thing worse.
Don't worry about jail either. I mean, because that's
the only thing worse. The only thing worse than that is, like, even if you die, we won't charge you.
Wow.
But you
Let's
can't. That's not a great marketing thing.
Let's use expire instead of die. Let's
Fine.
just start with that for one. That might be a little bit easier to consume. That drives the point home, says Jeff.
Chris
Yeah,
The Benzinga Pro, the trial will expire before you do. How about that?
Oh,
get the marketing department. Just get them. Someone call Neil right now.
Somebody call Neil.
Neil's
my
taking
God.
notes.
You
as
just
we
figured it
speak.
out, Spence.
I got it. All right. All right.
Oh my goodness, that was fun. That was good.
Okay, someone was asking about Alf. I got to be honest, Proton. This is trouble. Okay, the CEO, the CFO, the treasurer, and the CTO all got fired last week.
Wait, damn.
Can they come back? Will it survive, Proton Man? I don't know. But it's not a good situation. If you're in this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean,
which ticker? I was laughing too hard.
ALF. I mean, four members of the C-suite just got fired last week, and
By the board, I assume.
by the board,
Right? Yeah.
So,
Yikes! Look at that downfall. Oh my.
Do you use Windows? Crazy. Here, let's go around the bell from this question from Crazy. Are you guys on Mac or Windows?
Oh, Windows. That's nice.
Windows only because Pro runs much better for me on Windows than it does on my Mac.
I'm on a Windows PC, and I also got a MacBook Pro a laptop over to my right that I use for some stuff, but mostly just the PC for some things. Oh,
What's up, pal? Oh, I like that hoodie.
What's
And
up?
I hear
What's
an
up?
echo.
Yeah, super echo. That's me.
Yeah, it's definitely you. No question.
Without a doubt.
I like
Now,
the
where
hoodie,
it's
though.
coming from?
wait, I don't hear anything. I don't hear an echo.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
he fixed
gone
it.
now.
It was like for like a quick second. I don't know what the hell happened there, but
I don't hear anything.
just like I don't know what happened, why I'm late.
yeah,
Let's
well,
just-
man,
You
20
I
minutes.
thought David Green was still on. I don't know.
No,
Oh, well.
no,
Mitch does not read our Slack channel.
no,
Come
he
on,
does not.
Mitch. Also,
No.
isn't it on your calendar?
Confused. No.
That's how I know. I'm a big calendar guy because I will say this, Spencer, props to you because this man will cancel a show 4 weeks out. And that's how I know that this man's on top of things. Because usually, you have people that are like, oh, it's coming up next week. Okay, I'll cancel it now. No, he canceled a show on like November.
Well, I
5th,
canceled.
got
I
an email.
canceled it for Thanksgiving, man. I was looking ahead. I was like, all right, Thanksgiving, we ain't gonna be around.
That's
So-
what I'm saying. Like, no, would you do that whenever we have all access or whatever? And that's how I know to rely on Spencer's scheduling, if you will.
Thumbs
Props
up.
to you, man.
Thumbs up. Appreciate that. Here,
I
Cliff,
didn't get it as much.
You
But
did.
let's just say that.
Okay. Okay. Wait. There's a few questions in the chat that I want to get to. Any from is it the Nas or then Oz? I'm not sure which one, but Nielsen, NLSN. This is one of those companies. Let's pull up a chart here for you. Okay. So because I haven't looked at this chart for a while, this company. Forget what the chart is sort of whatever here, but ask yourself if you want to own a company that's business is measuring consumer behavior on traditional broadcast television. The Nielsen rating system relies on like old fashioned survey technology. We're going to send you a device to your house. You're going to keep the device near your TV. We're going to record your consumption patterns on your TV, what you're watching, how long you're watching for. That is not like that's not the future. I'm sorry to Nielsen, right? Their rating system doesn't even account for streaming metrics. Does anybody even have cable anymore? I don't.
I do.
Okay, he does. Just long term, is the business of cable viewership data one you want to be in? It's not for me. So that's my broad fundamental take. The chart, I mean, you're right around this 50-day moving average. We broke above that a couple days ago, so that's something, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Just is this a business you want to really be in, right? Cable viewership measuring. I don't know. Not me. Not for me.
No,
Sorry.
I want something more exciting than that. I'm just going to be the first one to say it here. I have no interest in NLSN.
Although I will say, if you do ever get the chance, Nielsen will pay you to to let them record you, right? Like I forget what the rate is, but they'll pay you maybe a couple $100 to just keep this device near your TV for like a couple weeks or like a month.
So all you have to do is put the tracking device right next to your TV, and that's it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, pass.
Okay, hey, I'm just saying, if you want a couple $100, I'm just whatever. All right, moving right along. What else? What else was there from the chat that I wanted?
Webcoin.
Oh wait,
that
it's not.
Rifle
Stop.
coffee.
We got 8 seconds until everyone battle stations. We're gonna open here right
guys, now. Want to put out a stock here. Be careful. Furu on it. Zach Morris. CNTX. C as in cat. NTX. Supposedly $12 to $14.
This guy.
So what happened? He was this a
just
recent
called
tweet?
it out. Yeah.
So
32
this is in
minutes
play
ago.
for today then.
Yep.
Okay.
Just want to put it on the radar. You know,
Hey,
there's
as
a
long
bunch
as
of
we know.
pump and dump Furus out there. So
All right,
well, you about to get clipped.
10 seconds until.
Let him do it. I tell him every time, Zunaid, clip it.
And here's
another one for you. Pola.
Go.
And we're off.
All right.
Pola today. Watch out.
What? POLA?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that one.
You gotta know your relationship,
Okay.
Spencer.
Yeah.
You gotta know your relationship. I don't know what that means, but I'm here for it.
No,
That means knowing that
Like you're talking about sympathies?
Pola
Yes,
moves
sympathies. Okay.
with FSIL, moves with Plug, and another one here, HTOO.
Yeah, no, I got it now. I was like, what?
Okay, let's see what we're watching. Da.
Looking around.
Dum dum.
Time to take some profits off the table.
GMBL, a little bit of
trades.
pull out of the open, which is good. OLB looks like that's pulling out the open.
Sienna with a nice pop there. What is that about?
I have to share my screen.
Sienna with a nice pop there off the open.
If you could put the movers up, Spencer, that would be good.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Well,
Thank you, sir.
I got my scanner tool open here. So I've got gainers since the opening bell on the top left, losers since the opening bell on the bottom left, and then gainers in the last 5 minutes on the right-hand side here. So that's what we're watching. Now, for the first 5 minutes of the day, there's going to be identical, obviously, but, watching movers here. And you know what? Let's add one more. Let's add losers in the last 5 minutes.
All right, guys, trying to cover on a swing trade that I took yesterday. I'm going to try to take some off on this one. This is SPI. Looking to take some off at 518. Got it yesterday at 505.
All right.
BEA really pushing off the. What happened to this in the morning? I didn't even see this pre-market.
Wait, what is it?
SBEA, Silver Box Engaged Merger. Oh, Black Rifle. This is what Webcoin was talking about. Black Rifle Coffee to go public through merger with Silverbox.
Black Rifle's going public?
Now, that coffee is amazing, by the way, if you've never had it. Amazing.
So like Bros? Like $80 type
Bros.
of good?
I've never had Bros. So I don't want to say that because I'm not sure, but the coffee's unbelievable.
All right. Yeah, OLB just halted at 9:31.
Halted up or down?
Halted up.
Halted up. Well, no, halted down. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, halted down.
Yes.
It's a good call out on, hey, you've got a lot of bag holders that are looking to get out, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
Good call out on that.
The warrants are popping for SBEA2. SBEAW are the warrants. Those are through 6 here. Big time pop.
All right. So looking at the halts from the open, it looks like we've had 5 so far today, or 4 that I care about. OLB, SBEA, CLNN, and BTCR all halted in the last minute and a half. Back to the scanner.
Yeah, Hex Pony saying Black Rifle. They say it's strong. It is very, very strong. If you need a nice Bold cup of coffee in the morning. Black Rifle is your coffee for sure.
How is this?
All
Also
right, going to
good
look
better.
for AMC to continue, guys. As you guys know, I'm long the AMC, baby. The apes are
You're an
out.
ape?
Money Mitch has gone full ape, full steam ahead, calling it out for AMC and GME to start rocketing off. And you know when Money Mitch starts calling, someone out there is watching. I'll be looking for it to fill into this gap, get up there towards 50. It's looking, I got it yesterday, so I got it in the 36s. We'll see what happens with this one. GME is one I want to see if it can get back above 200 today. Really strong day yesterday, about 10%. Went above that 200 finally. Let's see if it can get back above that, or if we can get an inside day and then a breakout following that into Wednesday in GME.
Okay, I'm going to put a general PSA out there. We talked about this a couple times last week in the context of Berkshire Hathaway. All right, if you're trading pre-market or after hours, please just don't let random orders sit out there because you will get picked off and bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I just see here, it's hard to see on the chart, but I'll put my mouse over where it is. 100 shares of Rockwell Automation traded this morning all the way up here at $440. $440. The stock closed at 319, and we opened this morning at 336. But somebody paid $440 for this an hour ago.
Spencer, in some cases, those trades are actually canceled. They're actually made null. And
sometimes they'll bust
the Berkshire ones that you referred to. Those were all made null. Those didn't actually happen.
Can you imagine calling up your broker and be like, "Hey, man, listen."
I see. I didn't follow up on that, so I didn't see that they were busted.
What had happened was,
well, okay. Still, though, the point still stands. Please just don't let random limit orders just sit out there.
Well, say like, could be clear on that. Random buy orders or sell orders. Like if you're covering,
well,
that's
sell orders are sell orders. I'm okay leaving out there, assuming it's not a cover, right?
Just don't think, oh, like, you know, there's no offers up here, I'll just throw out a bid. No, don't do that. Just don't do that.
Well, just like always, whenever you have an order pending, you should be very, very alert about that pending order. No matter what.
I'm not gonna lie,
it's a pending order. It's out in the market.
There's a penny stock that I bought maybe about 10 years ago that I'm, pretty much 99% down, and there's a limit order out there. If anyone wants to execute that for me, that'd be great.
Don't tell us what it is. No, I don't want to know. I don't
even know what it is. I think they may have turned it into a bond.
I don't want to know.
I think they may have turned it into a bond. That's how broke it is. But
I'll tell you right now, we're having a really down day to start right off the gates here. Even though the SPY is up, I'm seeing everything from the open into the red. The only thing slightly into green now is communication services. So we could see a little flip to this, but I'm just pointing out from the open daily.
Palantir popped off the open.
That's the one that I called out yesterday for a good move. But as you can see, right out the gates, it's right back down. So this is part of that weak environment that we're seeing right now in the sectors. I might take some off the table here.
Is it just me or is Chegg down?
No, Chegg is down big.
40%.
It's not
Chegg is down big. Missed earnings, I believe.
That bad?
Yes, that
bad. Miss earnings and a horrible environment to be in now if I were them.
It's the guidance, right? When you guide lower after missing, that's like, why would you be owned this next quarter? That's really been the
puts. Oh my God, dude, the $40 puts are up 5,000%. Woo!
Not in those, I'm afraid.
All right, guys, setting a stop on my, I wouldn't call it a penny stock, but a cheaper stock here that I have. Got 505 here for SPI, but I'm going to set a stop on that because the way that the market's looking today is looking like a red day, and I don't want this swing trade to turn into a loser. It was supposed to be a immediate gratification trade going into the green with the solar stocks. So one thing you don't want to do is if you're playing a laggard play, right? This is a laggard play for me in the solar industry. If you're seeing weakness in that industry that day, you don't want to go ahead and jump onto the weakest play in the industry, right? And so to me, that's why I'm going to go ahead and just set the stop here. I set it as a swing trade. It was a swing trade to begin with. I'm going to be break even on the rest. If it doesn't hit my spot, and then it can come back up and get me into the gain. We'll see what happens.
I'm just
Right.
blown away by this goddamn check. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and I actually put a real stop. You guys should hit me.
OLB is behaving itself now. It's calmed down.
Okay, so let's see what OLB is doing.
I noticed in the chat people are shouting BTBT. There are definitely some option sweeps on BTBT. Looks like it got a Twitter mention as well. Popping here off the pivot towards the resistance one pivot.
1286. Yeah.
Isn't this the one that went all the way to 20?
I love how the chat jumped in there really quickly, throwing in some solar stocks that are down, kind of jumping onto what I was supporting.
All right, you've got here. Let's see. Let's see if we get a little bit of a pullback. I'll go ahead and buy a little early, broke money type stuff. I'll go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and get 13. We'll get $13 calls for 75. Actually, no, I got filled at 80.
For Apple above 150. Were you YOLOing that, Zunaid?
No, it won't be a YOLO. For me, it'll be a break below VWAP, which is 1250. I want it to close below then.
Man,
So
VIX is crushed.
Hey, Zunaid, what kind of a dip were you looking for in Ford?
So yeah, I saw that it broke below 18, right? Let me look at the chart.
Are pushing.
Because I don't think this quite qualifies.
It doesn't. I was looking more so for like $17 and then $16, So I feel like 17 is
16, you might not
I
get
won't see 16.
You might not get 16. Yeah.
You know what? I will, out here, let me look at the options chain. I will go ahead and grab a fourth of my size right here, just in case for some reason the IPO gets delayed or whatever. I will go, oh my God, these are, okay, I say cheap because we're so used to trading other stocks, but I can grab $18 calls for November 19th for like 60 cents. So I will go ahead and snag a few of these just now. All right, I got filled at 62 cents, $18 calls expiring November 19th for ticker Ford, or a ticker F, Ford.
Here's one we never talk about. Look at DD, ticker DuPont, ticker DD. That thing just blasted off from the open. They had earnings.
Was that earnings this morning or was that print last night?
Those earnings this morning, I think.
Earnings, yeah, 11-2. Yeah, you're right.
I kind of want to short. I've never played. By the way, check. I'm still blowing. It's not like it's a penny stock.
By the way.
DD just topped out at its 200-day. These moving averages work, man. Inseego, what, Ryan?
Inseego through 7 here. Really
7.
strong out of the open.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I ran Inseego. I ran Inseego from like 7 to like 4 to 15. And then now we're back down to 7 again.
Sounds like it's time for you to reload, Spence.
I don't think so. I had enough fun.
Sounds like that was a stressful trade for you. Here's OCGN, another strong move out of the open here too.
Yeah, I'm
not sure I believe this stock, but in
Yeah.
any case, we're pushing up to this resistance area.
It was just someone that used to work at Benzinga. Was like this was like his half or more than half of his portfolio, and he was so bullish. And every chance he got, he would tell everyone about Inseego. And he ended up being right. I mean, he was in it from 2016. He was right eventually. It just took a while. It took him a while.
Yeah,
He was
sometimes
right
being
eventually.
early.
Yeah, he was just a couple years early.
Yeah,
but
sometimes people were just a few years earlier.
Yeah, in his case,
You
he
know what I
was,
mean?
but he was right eventually.
I mean, years is a little early, guys.
No, I'm
Let's
talking.
just
I was
say-
being sarcastic in the sense of like, oh yeah, I gave this stock out. You gave it out 4 years ago. You know what I mean?
Financial Preparedness Network just said they sold overnight
AMC
calls
rip.
in Teva. I haven't looked at Teva for a while. Overnight calls in Teva at a 925% gain. Wow, overnight options. Oy.
SoFi pulling back after its really nice day yesterday. Let's see if this sets up for higher here on the daily.
I'm telling you, man, we're pointing down, guys, today. I don't know why we're up right now, and we shouldn't.
No,
be
I mean the
trading up that
Nasdaq. What do you mean the
Yeah,
Nasdaq?
look at the
is up,
Nasdaq. Nasdaq ripped.
the tech is up and the Russell's down. That's what it is. And the SPY is basically well, I mean it's up but barely.
I flipped. There you go.
So tech is green.
Yeah, it flipped on me. Now it's not showing up there. It's only 0.18 though from the open.
Tech is green, and we have Apple to thank for that. We have Google to thank for that. Microsoft to thank for that. How's Tesla doing?
VIX
Yeah.
still at 16, 15 too. I'm not really all that worried until the VIX creeps down into the mid 15s. That's where we've seen it bounce, or the market bounce or sell off, excuse me, when the VIX gets to 1550-ish.
I mean,
I don't
God,
know. I'm not liking the open.
the Russell just has endless. There must be like an endless seller at 234 in the IWM. There must be just an endless seller. Look at this. How many times have we failed up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. We failed at 234
All right,
or 235, whatever.
man.
I don't know how good this stock is. It's a very expensive stock. You guys should look at this more like an investment, but
What?
MicroStrategy. I haven't done my research in it, so I can't tell you how good it is fundamentally. But the chart is setting up for a long-term kind of breakout there.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab a small size in ON. Let me go ahead and get my fill here, and I'll tell you guys
ON.
exactly what it
On?
is. Yeah,
On?
just like a small size. I'm trying to do one of those things where like I'm trying to get in early because it could easily break here, but I want to at least try to get in. I'll tell you guys my fill. So I got filled at 55.70. Now this could be a quick trade in the sense of I might just lose out on it ASAP because it hasn't broken VWAP. So please know that this is a lot riskier in terms of how quick we might be out of this trade. But I'm looking to be out of it if we break low of day, which is 55.29 area. They did had some good options in it. I'm still in my $53 call, so I am playing a little bit with what house money would be. But I am hoping that this breaks out of 56 and starts chugging along to $60. Let's see if I'm right. But my fill is 55.70 on.
RKT getting hit, says James.
Luke getting hyped up there.
Any through 7 looks like the day high is 710. You might get a trade through 710. Ticker ANY. Nice volume here out of the open.
Man, I am just
Not in it though.
All right, so Apple. Okay, here's another one. Apple. Let's grab some. Hopefully the market doesn't treat us unfairly. I'm gonna grab a small size in the small size for mostly everything I do today, just because I don't know how the market's going to be with so much of a rally we've already had. But I am going to grab some 150 calls in Apple that expired this week. I got filled at $1.43. I will go ahead and buy the quote unquote dip if it comes down to 149.75, and then the break of VWAP, I will be out. And it looks like OLB is testing lows of the day. So I'm still in it. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to add another size on OLB just because my risk reward is much better.
OLB's trying to make new highs here.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, this thing bounced all the way off that. What looks like the low print there was right around 650.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, low print 660, I think.
Okay, so, everyone who wanted to get out went ahead and got out. And then traders or investors or whatever you want to call them, they're here.
Michael shouting out in the chat, lottery.com. This had a nice day yesterday. Looks like it's pulling back today. If your long-term belief in this, today could be a nice pullback day. Just be careful, right? I'm also in this too. I'm in the warrants from much lower, but we want to consolidate on this flag before taking the next move.
Was it Chris Ryan that was a fan of lottery.com, or did I just make that up?
I think so.
I thought it was Chris who mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, he likes it.
Okay,
yeah,
there you go.
We've also interviewed the SPAC on SPAC's attacks. So.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It's been a really good long-term pattern. If you look at it on the monthly, you'll see that really nice breakout.
Gotcha. All right, now on that second ad on ON is now in the money because we waited for it to test low of day. Here, I'll go ahead and try to pull up the 1 minute. There we go. Try to zoom into it a little bit.
All right, guys. Looks like we got
So
over
far,
500
good.
people in here. We need some likes, guys. This is the only way we keep this 100% free is you guys smashing that like button and supporting Benzinga.
All right. Zunaid, finish your thought, and then I have a thing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you were deeply in thought about.
My thing is there's a tractor beam to 200 in car right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, It's
I
like,
agree.
yeah,
I agree, Spencer.
this
I
is
even want to short it, but I'm waiting for above 200s to short.
this is here. Let me show you. This is this is insanity.
It's on the tractor beam. I agree.
This is madness. This is insane.
I called it out early on the first move. It's just been pushing. It hasn't stopped.
Oh
It
my
hasn't even pulled back.
197, guys.
Well, so let's see. You've got car.
Remember when I
Oh,
first
hell no.
brought up
I was looking at
Hertz?
puts. Yeah.
Hertz is still moving up too on the OTCs, man.
Well, I mean, Hertz is, that's because of Tesla. Got a little bit of life in it.
Before I brought it up before the Tesla move, Zunaid, I had that feeling that they were going to come back. To me, it was like a play, like what was the other company that went out of business for a second? It wasn't Hertz. I think it was Hertz that went down and came back up. Then went eventually on the OTCs. But definitely, I think it could still run. And that's what I think is going to turn around car. Once it gets to 200, I think it's going to start coming back down.
Yeah, look at checking out the puts on $200 puts, and it's like a $2.30 spread, and I'm not looking to play those games, so I will not be in this one.
Not right now. I mean, definitely not today. I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's just a rejection of whole numbers, right? That's what's been working out for me. But it's just too spready. And
199, 199, 201.
There's 201. There's the 200 move.
This is your
right,
parabolic.
I'm gonna grab
203. It's Avis, guys. 204.
And guess what this one did? A nice VWAP bounce right out the gates, guys. This is one of the strategies we talk about often. Yep, right at 180.
Let's go.
So what you look for is a pop right out the gates, right? You want to see that downtrend come right back to the VWAP. Then you want to risk underneath that. It came to the VWAP right here, and it came to the VWAP right out the gates right here. So those were your opportunities to grab it. And if you grabbed it, look how quickly you were into the green, and then you could have just let it ride. Now you could be up there to 209.
210 is about to hit. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's at 211 now. Okay, real quick, the on trade. The first fill we had was 55.70. Then we had a second fill close to our risk, which was 55.60.
This is 217.
Can we get 220? Can we get to 20?
Oh my goodness!
I'm about to put it on the tick chart.
Dude, I'm about to freaking YOLO my entire account on
Look at this. Look at this tick chart.
Oh, finally, all right.
You don't want the tick chart?
Spencer, what's the deal here? Where's the emotion in this one? Why are you so tied to a car?
Because I can't fathom.
I mean, just look at the weekly.
I understand. Yeah, Mitch is right. If you look at the weekly or even the monthly, right? Let's look at the monthly. I mean, I can't fathom that the stock that was $12,
in the pandemic,
in the bottom of COVID, is now $210. I understand that rental car prices are high.
Don't forget Wayfair.
But yeah, well, Wayfair's well off its highs though.
Wayfair's well off.
I understand that the used car market is hot and that rental car prices are high, but this is not a long-term thing.
Yeah.
This is insane.
But this is
let me
this
just call
is a
my exit.
long-term thing though, Spencer. One of the things that happened, I don't think the prices are going to ever go back down, at least for right now. They don't have a high competitor to really pressure their
They do have competitors, and their names are Uber and Lyft. They have competition.
It doesn't work in a COVID environment. No one wants to really be hopping in Ubers left and right.
What?
Look at the long-term
Come
trend.
on.
2014.
I'm telling you, man.
Wait, real quick. Let me call up before we get
adjusted.
into this. Let me get into my exit. I'm out 3/4 of my position and on at 56.40. The rest I'm going to go ahead and hold till break even, but it's a nice 70-cent trade on ticker ON.
I think we just took no heat from basically from 195 to 215, or to zero heat. Like it was still up the entire time. If just look at the trend, the wall from 2014 to 2020. Look. I mean, people, this is not the future. This is a crazy move for a company that had an existential threat to its business, right? I mean, Uber and Lyft are still around. Last I checked, people still use it. People still use it, right? I don't know. I just think anyway, 223, whatever. Crazy. Congratulations to everyone who made money off this. I didn't. But crazy stuff. Like, this is what people talk about because now we just hit 230, guys. What
This
what
is
are we
this
doing
type
here?
of market, Spencer.
What are we doing here? You're
We're
right.
jumping on the momentum.
Nothing
I love it.
matters. Why am I trying to think?
Someone in the
Thinking is
chat
bad.
made
Thinking is
made
bad.
someone in the chat made a funny comment. Where was it?
Don't think. Just react. Thinking is
Oof,
dumb.
I'm telling you, I'm not liking this.
Who
This
was it in
price
the chat?
action
Oh,
today.
James. James in the chat said Spencer has never seen a breakout. And I know this is more than a breakout. I know it's a fundamental thing for you as well. But that was funny to me.
Never seen a breakout.
Real quick, Apple is looking like we might take an L here. I went ahead and grabbed some more near VWAP. Let's see if it does anything. If it breaks below 149.60, I will be out. By the way, the $200 calls, when we were first talking about car below 200, and when Spencer brought it up, they were about $13, and now they are $40
Wow.
on high a day.
And this is not an expensive stock to short, by the way. This is not a squeeze. This is not a high short interest name. This is.
I just wish they had weeklies. If they had weeklies, oh boy. But I just didn't want to pay for those contracts.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad, because I was looking to quickly short it, but I would have gotten out as soon as it hit 202 anyway. But anyway,
Guys,
Crazy.
I'm not liking the sectors right now. Definitely hard turnarounds. I know you guys are talking about tech being strong, but everywhere else. Is
wait,
looking
car got
good.
halted.
Yep. I mean, come on now. We just went up $50.
You know,
All right, so is it hitting 250 or no?
I don't know, man.
What were you saying, Ryan?
I mean, the move is comical, right? Obviously, I'm not trying to justify the move, but don't they sell off a lot of their old fleet?
Yeah, well,
I don't know anything
and
about
the
that.
thinking is they're making.
Well, who buys it though?
But Mitch, there's like it's hard to get used cars now because of the supply chain.
I
Yeah, I don't
understand
know.
that point. I understand that point, but the problem with that point is that I don't think there's that high of demand for those used cars. For
Yeah,
at least
and I don't
rental
think
car
that's going to
used
drive
cars.
it 70 points in a day either.
What is a driver is what I brought up. So if you look at the median price from 2015 to 2019, it was a $30 average. In just May, we're talking like 5 months, 6 months ago, it was already at 60 something. I think that price is now over 100. So I need to look at their earnings to confirm this, but that's why they have such a lift. If you're making 3 times the amount daily on each car, don't you think that would affect their top line or their bottom line?
I think we're thinking too much about this.
Yeah, I mean, yes, Mitch,
I
but I
think-
don't think that accounts for the price movement.
I think that's to me, it's you get 3 times the rental price.
Wow.
You're gonna see some lift in the price, but
And OLB got above 9. It's like above 9 there for.
It did set new highs, didn't it? That's why we play those, by the way. That's why we play the new high a day breaks. That's the breakout that you've never seen before, Spencer. That's exactly how we end up playing those.
That's all right. I've never seen one before.
Ryan, what we'll do is anytime there's a breakout, we'll just record it and send it to Spencer and be like, "Hey, man,
give us
thought you
your
might like
reaction.
this."
All
Let's see
right.
what else is. By the way, On is looking to come back to
Hold on.
VWAP.
Sorry,
What's
and
up? You're good.
tech's starting to turn here a little bit because Apple off its highs, Microsoft off its highs, Google off its highs, and Facebook, which
I'm
was
telling you,
never-
I'm not liking it, man. I'm about to take some
Facebook
profits.
never really had a high today. The high was at the open. Same thing with Snap. Same thing with Twitter. So really, just
I'm
a
selling out.
case of big tech holding up the cues for the moment, but does look like by and large there is more general weakness out there.
So
Yeah,
hang
I'm
on.
liking it.
So Trent said in the chat, Ryan low key hates on Spencer. Let me just address this. I actually really like Spencer a lot. I like to joke around with Spencer because Spencer will sometimes give it back to me and will surprise me often. So
Yeah.
if I come across it, let me just clear that up. No, I don't hate.
You're
him
gonna have
at
to
all.
you're gonna have to come a lot harder than that to really get under my skin. So
I was gonna say Spencer's a fun one to joke around with.
We work with Jason Raznick. Come on, you gotta have some
Yeah,
thick skin.
yeah, exactly. You want to hang here, you're gonna have tough skin.
We're live on the internet all the time. I talk to people that are behind their keyboards.
Dude,
I do. I will
Thick skin, my
say,
guy.
shout out to Spencer though. He's got some fans in the chat because everyone's
to cover,
upset
man.
that we bully Spencer. So.
They didn't bully me. It's fine.
Sorry, Spencer. We know you've seen the
Where is he?
breakout.
Poke. Just keep poking him.
You know what I just realized?
I have Stockholm syndrome, and it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Guys, I'm trying to cover Wayfair. It was doing so well for me, but this market is not looking great. I can't even get a cover right now. It's blowing through my bid, so it's not even trying to get me out. It keeps dropping like 30 cents each time I put it in a limit order, so it's kind of annoying me right now. I've already missed out on like 2 points on the Wayfair move. I got in this at 239. So I've been trying to cover Wayfair because it was looking great for Wayfair, but with the way that this market's looking right now, I'm not liking it. Let's see if I can even get out.
All right, we got we had a couple minutes left, and then we'll hop off here for the day. And then we'll be off until SPAC stack at 11. So does anyone want to go through and give any final, any near final or final thoughts?
I don't want to give any final thoughts because you guys were joking about dying and expiring earlier, and I'm just not ready to go yet. The thought that I'll give you for leaving here today is, again, big thing for me, IWM. To me, if we snap out of this range and we kind of break out on the IWM, this could actually fuel a lot of other spec plays and could really make some of these day trades that we do around the open really, really profitable. I'm hoping that that's the case. Hopefully it's, we end up completing that today. We'll see though. We've been kind of butting up against that resistance. And then the other thing is I want to see if this move in tech holds, right? Do we give this entire move back? Do we actually hold up here? That could set up for the rest of the week.
Yeah, for me, it's got to be, it's just been a great day in terms of trading with On. We might have a L in Apple if it goes ahead and breaks VWAP here. But those are the two main stocks that we're in. Don't forget, if you believe in the value of Rivian's IPO going up, you want to go ahead and swing some Ford calls, maybe a week. I would recommend 2 weeks out, but do as you please. And check out Benzinga Pro, because if you did, you would have had the nice OLB breaking news this morning. I know a bunch of people in the chat got it at 5, sold it at 7 within a matter of minutes. And it's completely free. So check that out. I'll drop the link here while Mitch and Ryan finish up.
Yeah, that's a great one. That paid for it more than paid for itself today. I should have clarified. Maybe Mitch and I will hang on stream, but I told Ryan and Zunaid, we're going to be doing the show now 5 days a week, 1 hour a day, and I want to be respectful of that. Because
what else you got coming on?
They have jobs to do. They have actual jobs to do. So I don't want to monopolize their time.
Yeah, me and Spencer don't have jobs to do.
Well, this is your job. So there's that.
Take that.
We don't do a job, bro. I don't do a job, Zunaid. I just stay on camera all the time.
New highs.
You just go to F1. That's all you do.
Hey.
New highs on car, by the way. 248.72 is the high.
Okay, one fast thing from A and F in the chat, and I'm going to share my screen for you, A and F right now. He asked a very good question, but that has more than one answer. How did you guys know about OLD? He asked. A and
OLB,
F.
yeah.
OLB.
Yeah, I think he means OLB.
That's what he meant. Okay, this is Benzinga Pro. This is here. This is the homepage of Benzinga Pro. It's Benzinga's real-time news and research platform. You have to pay for it. Okay. I'm going to a news feed here, and if you rewind the clock back to 9:15, you see these red headlines. They're easy to spot because they're highlighted in red.
Car 250, 253, 255.
Thanks, Mr. Announcer Man. At 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time, we had an exclusive. It says exclusive headline from. Actually, it was more of an article on OLB that they are announcing they're providing support for MasterCard cryptocurrency processing. This news was broken at 9:15. It was squawked out, which means our squawker read the headline out loud to people on the platform, and that was when the stock blasted off. And that's how we knew about it. It was right there in the Pro at 9:15.
And Spencer, if you will really quick flip to my screen, let me show you a pro trick on how you can make this very, very easy to find.
Ooh, I'm
This
paying
is a
attention.
workspace. This is a workspace that I use on a regular basis to help me capture some of the exclusive content. It's basically 3 news feeds that are designed to give me news at a glance. The big one here that you see all in red, this is what we're talking about. 3 category filters, the ones that are defaulted in red, market moving exclusives, hot, and exclusives. This is going to give you all of that information. The other 2 I have here is I have a whim feed, right? This is categories with just whims, just the reasons why stocks are moving. And in the news feed on the bottom here, I have it filtered just for SPY. So I'm going to get that big news that affects the broader market, not just smaller individual names. And if you want to know how to set this up, if you just click on the help button in the upper right corner up here, it'll take you to our help site. Simply type in exclusive or exclusives, and I will give you the steps and a video on how you can create this yourself. Meaning that when you check in the morning, you don't have to wait for us to get on. You can come in here, you can check out this news feed, you can know what's going to happen throughout the course of the day, and then monitor it throughout the course of the day.
There you go, Ryan, with the clutch tips and tricks, baby.
I got you. I got you.
Ryan, Zunaid, a pleasure as always, both of you. Great job in your trading.
Appreciate you. I'm waiting to see if Carr is going to hit 300, man.
Car is looking like it wants to get. Did it just halt again? Yes, it did.
It just halted up.
What about lots?
267.
Look at LOTZ. This has got to be moving on Carr. This might hit new highs here.
LOTZ.
I wouldn't say car. I think this is just a short squeeze.
This is not a short
based on
squeeze.
on what though?
Lots,
based on
lots,
what,
guys,
though?
lots. Lots.
What do you think is being moved on?
No. This would theoretically move with Avis. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this. You think? Yeah, come on.
All right, guys, go look at the company. Go look what it does.
No one's saying about their parking lot situation. I'm just saying when you have rental cars. So where do you think that pop came from? Maybe it is news. Maybe we're wrong.
I don't even think lots is expensive to borrow. It's not. It's a 1% borrow fee. This is not a squeeze.
Come to Spax Attack a little later. You'll find out.
All right, fine.
That's all I gotta say.
Mitch, I love it.
Fine.
Come to Spax Attack. You'll find out a little bit more about the SPAC game.
We got SPAC Stack in 50.
So you're not an investor in lots.
Great plug. Great plug.
Got it.
I've interviewed them.
All right.
We talked about their inventory issues.
Zunaid,
know a little bit more in the
lots,
story.
just in case you didn't realize, he owns lots. So
That's what it is.
When the forms come out, we're gonna see that Mitch has a 10% stake, which is why he's not able to comment just yet.
No. I tell the hedgies what to do. I don't do it.
Okay.
All
right.
Cool. See you guys later.
All right. Yeah. Take care,
Catch
guys.
you guys later. All right. Mitch, do we want to stay on? Because I know we both have to prepare for shows.
I could stay on for a little bit at least. Let's stay on for I don't know, 15 minutes. But you guys got to hit the like. I mean,
that's true.
If we don't get no likes, there's no point in us staying on, right?
Voodoo, to answer your question, Voodoo, for the moment, no. Regarding David Green, for the moment, no. Not closing the book on that forever. But for the moment, we will be doing live trading just like this for an hour or so every morning.
I mean, there was 5.5 million shares traded yesterday on lots. So that's another reason why I wouldn't consider it too much just based on the car move. About twice the volume that it normally gets. Well, 3 times the volume that it normally gets. All right, let's take a look here. What sectors are trading up now? Are we finally starting to get a flip? Looks like industrials just went into the green. So you can start taking a look at some of those. Of course, what's leading industrials? Renting and leasing services. That's, of course, car. Definitely leading it up right there. Infrastructure operations behind that. But there's not much there. Staffing and outsourcing services, not looking too bad. And now diversified industrials. One that I take a look at in diversified industrials is GM. How's that performing? Kind of break even right now. Nothing much there. Looks like, I mean, it's Green Day and tech, but I'm not seeing too much anywhere else. If you guys see a specific stock that's moving, let us know. At
All
least
right.
sector wise, it's not looking strong.
Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up. So Avis is set to resume at 10:08:35, which is in less than a minute from now. So I'm just going to keep an eye on the clock, and when that resumes, I will bring up my chart and we can watch that together. But this is already the 1, 2, third halt of the day, second halt of the day in car. So. We're used to seeing this stuff happen from, in $5 stocks, $10 stocks, $2 stocks. This is a $100 stock today. It was, now it's 200.
Now it's 260.
Yeah, this thing opened at 175, 174.
Can we get a double, 100% day in car?
Closed at 171.
So one thing to note, though, is this is the second halt, right? A lot of times after the second halt, maybe you can get a third halt up, but statistics say after that third halt that
All right, we're
a
open.
lot of time is to go down. Here we go, 274s.
It's going to get halted in
78.
in the next 30 seconds.
Well, where does it need to get to? So last move was what? It was a 15% move, which is about $35 from out of the halt. So
I think so.
Yeah, so about $35 on this name here. So you could think about 305, 310s. That's where we'll get into that near that halt. There's 296. Can we get the 300? Spencer, they would have gave you a bet this morning.
I mean, because it's like I saw this. I saw it break out at 940 something. It was in the high
305s.
I think I called this out at like 190. There was 301. I called this out at like 190, 195. That was $100 ago.
There's 310,
312,
314, 315.
Does anyone in the chat
going for another halt?
Does anyone in the chat own this?
It's
stock?
gonna halt. It's slowing down.
Please, in the
Ooh,
chat.
it just pulled off the halt there.
If you've traded this today, tell us, please. I need to live vicariously through somebody else, and we're done.
Yeah, I need someone that has a YOLO.
Just sold. Thank you, Hertz Scrambler. Hertz Scrambler sold 305. Holy, great freaking job, man.
That's this is a Tilray type move. Crypto calling it out.
Morning show. This is like Tilray. This is just like Tilray. That's a great call out, Crypto Morning Show, because Tilray. I'll never forget
the whole
that.
315.
Tilray went from, let's zoom out. Tilray went from 150 to 300 back to 150 on the same freaking day. This chart won't show it because this is the because they had that merger, right? So they're not going to show it. But 150 to 300 to 150 on the same day in Tilray. That was like 3 years ago. This Avis move is really something else. Congratulations to everyone who nice job, Easy Mike. Oh, great. And Vic, yes. Nice. Awesome. Slow Black. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Today is one of those days where I get the rotation on the move down, and I see a lot of gains get put to very small. This morning, I was thinking about taking a lot of these swing trades off, and now I've given up a lot of the gains in them. So now it's kind of more hold break even on the rest. And these are the days that I really am trying to get better at, which is the cycle of when you start seeing your gains going up and knowing when the market's turning around. Right now, at least in a lot of areas, it is a turnaround. You're seeing a hard dip in a lot of areas, especially compared to, let's say, yesterday. We do have the Fed meeting tomorrow, so I think that could be playing into a lot of investors' mindsets, that we could potentially see a downturn tomorrow. But definitely car, an insane third halt there. At least we gave the level. We were looking for 315 for it to halt there. So that's exactly where it ended up halting there. Not a bad move there. I mean, man, at this third halt, though, I mean, personally, at least from the stats say, it's more of a sell from this third halt. But we'll see what happens after this when it opens up.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just updating our tags right now. But holy moly, that is something else.
Put car in the front, and I'm sure that everyone will come.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Industrial is now starting to lead us. Remember, I pointed out that they started getting into the green. A lot of that is car, though. I mean, that's what it falls under. So, I mean, when you have a stock that is a $12.1 billion stock and it's up 83%, I mean, definitely it's going to affect a sector to look up, even though it really isn't.
Wait, is Hertz isn't Hertz can't halt? Can Hertz halt?
I don't think so.
I don't think Hertz.
Oh, it's ripping through the freaking moon. That's why I brought it up earlier. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. I don't think that thing can halt in the OTCs, so they can drive that thing.
Yeah, I don't
drive
know.
it and drive it.
I don't know. I don't know if it can. So maybe someone in the chat knows. I don't think it can, but I could be wrong.
Dang, I'll tell you one.
There's no market in.
I can't trade this, but I would have loved to have gotten this morning, man. I was looking at it. I was thinking Hertz was going to start popping. I mean, car giving you that upside look in the whole industry. It's not a bad play there.
Hertz, and then so someone mentioned Array. Okay, that was a quiet one. Who cares about that? Who cares about that right now?
That's solar.
Right.
That's moving up with solar, but
Hertz.
That's just
So we got Hertz, we got Watts, we got Avis. How's Tesla doing? Because it's gonna. How's Uber and Lyft doing? I'm curious. Yeah, down today. Quiet. Anyway, what a yeah. Okay. I mean, I've seen breakouts, but very few like this before. Just in terms of dollar amount, in terms of size of market cap increase.
Yeah,
I mean, we just went from 170 to 315 in 40 minutes.
I'm kicking myself because I almost bought this stock in September. Hertz. I had brought it up because I was thinking with car ripping, I think Hertz was going to come back to market somehow, some way. But man, car.
What time was that halt at? 10:10. All right, so we
It's
got
1, 2,
so
3.
we got 30. We got 30 seconds until
30 seconds, unless it's going to be a 10-minute halt. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, holy cow, that's something else, man. All right, well, I'm glad we stayed on for that because that was fun.
Yeah, no, that was something else. I mean, that's the biggest move of the day, and we called it out early here that it was very important. And if you looked at it, that was our pre-market prep stock of the day.
And Crypto Morning Show is making a great point.
There you go. It's ripping. Spencer just pushed up to.
Don't feel like you got to get to the top, right? Like sell your peanuts. You know what I mean? The circus is in town. Sell your peanuts now. Make some money. Don't be that. Oh, finally we get a sniff of a red candle. It's been long enough.
So clear example of when RSI can hit 100 and keep bouncing off 100. That's what you got when the car was pushing up like that. One thing that you could look out for is the change in money flow. It just changed. It went from plus 70 now to 0.5. So you want to see that get back to 0.70 and push back up through that level, showing you that money is still on the positive side. There you go, 73s now, right back up there. So that just shows you that the money right now is definitely flowing in and out. There's still some buyers still showing up. I don't know how, but there's still some buyers showing up. There you go, 75s.
This really is.
We're gonna get the 360, man. We might get the 100% move in a day.
This is gonna be a double.
We might get the 360.
Yeah, thinking about it's right too. It did. That's almost the worst part of this. Is it gave you a chance. Let's zoom in and look at the 1 minute chart here. It gave you a chance. You had like 15 minutes to get in. I mean, not that we could have known. We had no way of knowing, obviously. But
you know what the funny part is? Do I still want to short this? Hell no.
No, you can't. You can't. What is the borrow fee on this now? It's probably still low, but you can't. This is trying to jump in front of a freight train right now.
A part of me wants to short it, but you can't really short a stock like this.
I mean, you technically can. You physically can.
Now it's time to look for the sympathy, right? The sympathy.
Your broker will let you if you want, but why would you do that?
Yeah, no, you don't do that on day one parabolic moves. This is just a rule. Day one parabolics, never ever go short. At least
Let's go look at the options
statistically
chain here.
wise, that never works out.
Yeah, let's go look at the options chain. Let's see what we got here in car. I'm going to go to the options.
Don't do it, Mitch, says Trade Money.
I'm just going to look at the
Lots.
yeah, I forgot that they don't have weeklies. All right. So anyway, looking at the monthlies here, these expire in 17 days.
Lots is still pushing, guys. Held VWAP there at least.
Yeah, 260. I'm with you. Who said that? JD's 260. Yeah, that's as high as I'm seeing as well. That's the highest strike I see. It's 260.
They don't even have the.
They don't even have. Oh boy. Okay. Let's go into December. Let's see what we got in December. Nope. 260. January, same thing. Oh,
All right. Well, it's starting to affect different dealerships, but not massive. It's not like a lot of volume is going.
Thank you,
these.
Deepa. Deepa's keep looking out for us. Higher car. We had them on the small cap conference last week. There's halt number 1 for them. Yep. Everyone
there
now
we
is
go. They're looking for cars. They're looking for car plays. They're going hunting.
So like what? Like
hunting for alpha.
Uber and a Lyft. I mean, why not Uber and a Lyft is my question.
HYRE just opened up.
Why not Uber and a Lyft?
I don't know, man. To me, it just seems like they're out of favor.
Yeah, but if we're all about to start just YOLOing crazy stuff, crazy longs on anything that has to do with car, I guess Uber and Lyft is not a car rental play. But really, neither is hire car because you're not even you're renting from like direct from somebody else who already owns their car. So I'm not quite sure I follow that train of thought either. But in any case, 360 and we're halted on Avis. It is what it is. Someone suggested earlier. Frankly, if they don't do an offering, then I don't know what they're doing.
There's HYRE. It pulled back and it's looking for another halt. It's at least pushing right now.
Dude,
what if went up there to 960s.
What if I told you? Wait, okay. I just went back to the 90s here. This is a monthly chart. I went back 25 years. The prior all-time high on Avis Budget Group was from April 1998 at $416. Okay, that was from 23 years ago, and we're actually within shouting distance of that today. That we are at a 23-year high. Look at this monthly. Just okay. I don't know what to say. Congratulations to everyone who's long. If you're short, maybe just go outside today and come back tomorrow. I don't know.
If you're short, that's the scary one. That's like margin call over it. That's why you got to cut your losers. If you were short, that's how you get a margin call right there.
I don't know. JD's is asking about the options market here. Like I assume he's talking about car, but I don't know because
what is the option play for car? I'll tell you right now. The option play for car is not one that we would know right now.
Because I don't even know how every strike is in the money. I don't quite even know how this works. They have nothing even remotely close to this on the options chain.
Let me see what
the highest strike is 260. We're at 360.
What's the price for that?
What's the price?
Yeah, that's
$20. No, wait. That's for the put. Hold on. $60.
Oh my God!
Last
some of these calls,
122.
Yo, some of these calls are up. So the 230 calls to the 260 calls are up over 2,000%.
Yeah,
260 calls up 5,000.
I'm seeing the last trade on the 260s was 123.70.
The holy crap, the 260 ones are up 10,000 now. It just moved up 10,000. It just moved up 6,000% in one tick.
Who in their right mind had $260 calls expiring in 17 days. Who in their right mind had that?
That is insanity.
I mean, whoever had it, congratulations. You won the game. You made your life. Take your ball and go home.
No. Literally, take your ball and never trade again.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what I would do. I would literally just
life-changing trade for whoever. Somebody had $260 strikes calls on car expiring on November 19th. And they had it before today. It boggles the mind.
Yeah, there's no bid and ask right now, trade money, because it's halted. And so when it gets halted.
It's not. Oh, wait, no. It just halted again?
Yeah.
3:15. We just halted again.
Yeah.
So how many halts is this today? Let's go.
This is the fourth.
We can just filter. So car 1, 2, 3, 4. Madness. Absolute madness.
Yeah, after that fourth halt.
That's funny.
Expecting an up move is
I
crazy.
But
it's insanity right there when it moved up, Spencer, when it went to 380s, those 260s went from literally 6,000% to 11,000% in literally a hair of a second. So
we are living in a casino. That's what this is. It's a casino. This is congratulations. You know
what this shows me.
I'm not angry. I'm just bewildered. Like this is the kind of thing that creates more or leads to more reckless behavior.
It's market cycles, man. A lot of people say that we're in the third inning. I think we're getting towards the 7th and the 9th in this bull market. That's when you see things like this happen. If you look back in history, that's what I went to school for, and I took years on, was telling me specifically for moments like this. This is as bullish as bull markets can get, and when bull markets get to these types of stages in the cycle, they go parabolic in different asset classes. You're seeing NFTs blow up, SPACs, cryptos. You're seeing certain stocks make it to the moon. Late stages in the bull market, man. It worries me for the next 10 or 5 to 10 years. But for right now, it is like the river is flowing bigger and faster than it's ever have. Spencer, you and I were talking this morning about the SPY and how the all-time highs and how this was a really epic year for trading. I mean,
it's going to end up being, if not a record year, then the number 2 year all time in terms of quantity of new all time highs in the S&P 500. It's going to be close to the record or above the record that was set, in the .com bubble, or 95, I think was the record. So, yeah, man, I don't know.
OLB, what's OLB doing now? Oh, it's pushing for another round.
I mean, yeah, it takes you back to it takes you back to last summer when Hertz went parabolic after it declared bankruptcy. Obviously this is that, but on steroids. But it's just it's crazy. It's like sign of the apocalypse. You're right. You're right. Thinking it's sign of the apocalypse. Anyway, I mean, hey, great.
I mean, it's showing you the ends. The ends.
I mean, congratulations to everyone. Seriously, y'all just had the day of your lives, or maybe not.
Hey.
Maybe the day of your years. Congratulations. Go out and do something nice for yourself. But I don't even know at this point.
One thing that I changed my opinion on, Spencer, was for a while there, I was trying to not tell people that yellow plays were good. Because why? Because I look at it as a consistent trader. So you always have to look at it, what your mindset is. And as a consistent trader that's looking for, let's say, samples of 100 or 200 trades, you don't like yellow trades. Why? Because you understand that the risk is way too high for what the reward is, right? And so some traders are coming into this market with a different mindset. They already have that mindset that they're only looking to get rich on one play. Yep. I don't mind this, actually. I've come back to a realization and understanding that these are different types of traders, and there's always going to be different types of traders. So you have to understand what works for your personality. And if your personality is YOLO to the max, I'm ready to go for it, then maybe that's what's for you right now. You get what I mean? And who are we to say that that's wrong? You know,
I mean, whatever works for you works for you. Whatever floats your boat and gets you through the day and helps you sleep at night. If you can sleep at night with that kind of risk, then go for it. Yeah, I don't know.
With that being said, if
yeah,
the chat
I think we should
some
just hop off
likes-
here because I got nothing more to say because I don't know what to say. Frankly, I've said it all. I think so. This was a fun one, but
yeah, no, it definitely has.
I just don't even know. There are what is the float on Avis? It's a good question. I'm seeing in pro, I'm seeing 47 million shares and a 20% short percent of float. So not nothing. Rest in peace to those short sellers, though. See, now we're at 304, and now we're gonna, test 300. But so we have 47 million shares in the float, and 13 million of them are sold short. Anyway. All right, everyone, do us a favor, hit that like. Where are we at in the like front? Not enough. We're at how many likes?
Our exclusive story this morning, man. What a ripper.
Dude, OLB, no kidding.
Look at that. Now 1040.
That's the other story of the day, OLB. 220. Get us to 500 likes here. I think we can do that.
100 and over 100 and like 20% move
Very
from
nice
this morning. Just shows you guys a big reason. I mean, we don't have to show it to you guys. Benzinga Pro, if you guys get those exclusive articles that come out only on the Pro at that moment, look at the value that you guys can be having.
Paid for itself today. Paid for itself. And more than that. Pro.benzinga.com for real. Free 2-week trial. We're not messing it around. Days like today pays for itself.
And the best part is 2 weeks for free. What are you missing out on?
You're missing out on everything. Frankly, you're missing out on OLB.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for us. Car and master move today. OLB ripping, lots making moves. That one came up, went back down also. Where will car end for the end of the day? I don't know. I can't tell you. And I personally would try to stay away from it now. But who knows? Definitely, we're going to stay at this trading game. We're going to do this every single day. So please comment below. What do you want to see more of? Do you want us to bring on traders other than ourselves? Do you guys want us to do more option trading? Do you want to see more equities? Do you want to see some live crypto going on in this time? We want you guys to let us know the feedback. So hit us up in the comments after this and let us know what to bring to live trading so that you guys can enjoy it more and build the community, because that's what it's all about here. It's the community here at Zinger Nation, building and trading together.
Peace.